Hello students, this is Miss Dalton, and today we're going to talk about factoring trinomials using the box method. So this is just another method that you can use for factoring besides grouping. Alright, so take a moment to write down these steps on how to factor by the box method, and I'm going to go through them as you're writing. So if we have the trinomial y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, remember that your a, b, and your c are the coefficients of those terms. You're going to first place the a value in the top left box, and that is actually going to be the whole term. So you're going to take this whole ax squared and put it in this first box. Okay, then you're going to take the c and put it in the bottom right box, and that will be just your constant that is right here. You're going to multiply your a times your c, and so whatever that equals is going to go right here. You're going to make your AC chart. So you're going to multiply your a times your c, and then you're going to find factors of that. What you're looking for is you're looking for factors that add up to b, just like you did when you were factoring by grouping, okay? And then you're going to put those factors into the remaining boxes. It does not matter where you put those factors. So if these are my factors right here, they're going to go into these boxes. And again, it does not matter which box you put it into. I can take that first factor and put it into this first box, the second factor into this box, or I can flip it and do it the other way. It does not matter. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look for the GCF from each column, and that's going to go in each of these positions. Okay, you're also going to look for the GCF for each row, and that's going to go in these positions. And what is on the outside of your box is now your factors. And this should make sense to you because this is how we talked about multiplying polynomials. But we're just going backwards and trying to get the factors on the outside. All right, let's go ahead and look at an example. Now, one thing I did want to mention is before you use your box method, you need to make sure that this trinomial does not have a GCF, or if it does, then you need to factor that out first. So in this first example, we have x squared minus 4x minus 12, and it does not have a GCF. There's nothing that I can divide out of it first. So we're going to go ahead and make our box. And then just remember that in your first box, you're going to put your first term, so x squared. In the last box, you're going to put your last term, negative 12. And then you're going to make your AC chart. So we have our A value of 1, our C of negative 12. So when I do 1 times negative 12, that gives me negative 12. So we're going to go ahead and make this chart. We're going to look for factors of negative 12, and we're looking for them to add up to negative 4. So we've got 1 times negative 12. We have 2 times negative 6. We have 3 times negative 4, and of course the reverse of those. But I notice that right here we have those that add up to negative 4. Now remember, you are going to put your x with it, and when we put them in our box, it does not matter which box we put it in. I can put the plus 2x here, but I would go ahead and put the sign with it, and I'll show you why in just a second. And I can put my negative 6x here. Again, you could do that in reverse. I could put my negative 6x in the bottom, and I could put my 2x in the top right. It does not matter. All right, so once you get it in your box, then now we're looking for the GCF out of each column. So we're going to look at this first column here, and we're going to see what we can divide out of it. And if you have to, go ahead and write out your prime factorization. 1 times x times x. This is 2 times x, and so you can see that they have an x in common, so you're going to put that up here. Now, the reason why we put that sign with it is because that sign is going to come out right here. And then we want to look for what we can divide out of here. So this would be 2 times 3 times x. This would be -1, which we don't really need to worry about. Let's not put that. And then just 2 times 2 times 3. So you can see that they have a 2 and a 3 in common, which is 6. So that's going to come out here. Now the good thing about this is now as you're looking for the GCF on the rows, all you have to do is look and see, you know, this x times what gives you x squared. Well, I would need to have an x here. Same thing here. This x times what will give you that 2x. So that would be a 2. Now this sign right here, this plus, that needs to come out here as well. Once you've done that, then those are your factors. X plus 2 times x minus 6. And then the other thing that I would point out is that when you are doing this, you want to make sure that this times this gives you x squared, and it does. You want to make sure -6 times x gives you -6x, and it does. You want to make sure x times 2 gives you 2x, and it does. And -6 times a +2 gives you -12. If you check that, then you can make sure that you get it right. All right, let's move on to this next trinomial. Now, when I'm looking at this trinomial, I can see that I can divide out a 3 of all 3 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and divide out the 3. So that would leave me with x squared minus 2x minus 8. You want to do that because if you don't do that ahead of time, then your box is going to get all messed up. So we're going to do the box method with just this right here. So we're going to go ahead and draw our box. We're going to put our first term in the first box, x squared. We're going to put our last term in the last box, -8. And now we want to make our AC chart. We're going to have to multiply -8 times 1, and that gives us -8. And we're going to look for factors of -8, and we're looking for the ones that add up to -2. So we have 1 times -8. We have 2 times -4. And I can see right away that this is the one that adds up to -2. So go ahead and put your x's with it and put them in the box. You can put your plus 2x here. You can put your -4x here. And if you want to go ahead and bring out those signs, this sign is going to come out here, and this sign is going to come out here, if you want to do that ahead of time so that you go ahead and have it right. Looking in this first column right here, my GCF is x. And then in this second column, what can you divide out of 4 and 8? Well, the greatest common factor would be 4. And then looking here, I can take out an x. And looking here, I can take out a 2. And then last thing, just double check. X times x gives us x squared. X times a -4 gives you -4x. 2 times x gives you 2x, and 2 times -4 gives you -8. So that's correct. The last thing you want to make sure that you do is you do want to bring down that GCF when you write your factors. That 3 needs to be written with your factors. X plus 2, and then x minus 4. And again, if you write those in a different order, if you put the x minus 4 before you put the x plus 2, it doesn't matter because multiplication order does not matter. All right, moving on to example 3, we have 6x squared minus 7x plus 2. There's not a common factor. There's no common factor between 6, 7, and 2. So we're going to go ahead and make our box. Your box in the first position is going to go your first term. In the last position is your last term. Go ahead and multiply those coefficients together. 6 times 2 is 12. So that's going to be our AC chart. We're looking for factors that add up to the B term, which is -7. So we have 1 times 12. we have 2 times 6, and we have 3 times 4. Now, notice that I need a negative. If I add these up, these are going to give us positive. But to multiply a negative times a negative still gives us that positive 12. So let's go ahead and make all of these negatives. And when we do that, we can see that this is the one that adds up to negative 7. So we're going to put x's with them, and we're going to put them in our box. Negative 3x here, negative 4x here. Now look at your column. So what can I divide out of these two boxes? I can divide out of 3x. Okay, what can I divide out of these two boxes? This would be, of course, I would bring out my negative, and I can divide both of those by 2. When I look at my rows, these two boxes, I can bring out a 2x, and then this row right here, they don't have anything in common, like 3 and x and 2, and we can't divide anything out there, but if they don't have anything in common, remember that you can always do 3 times x times 1 and 2 times 1, so they always are going to have a 1 in common. So if you don't see anything else, go ahead and mark that place with a 1. And so now, if I double check it, 2x times 3x gives us 6x squared. 2x times negative 2 gives us negative 4x. 3x times a negative 1 gives you negative 3x. And a negative 1 times a negative 2 gives you positive 2. So it checks. So these are our factors. 2x minus 1, 3x minus 2. Okay, and I know I'm going really fast, but don't hesitate to pause the video and think through this as you're working through it. All right, let's go to our last example, 4x squared minus 17x minus 15. This does not have a common factor, so go ahead and start to make your box. In my first box, I'm going to put that 4x squared. In the last box, I'm going to put negative 15. Now we need to multiply 4 times negative 15, which gives us negative 60. And we're looking for factors of negative 60 that add up to that b term, which is negative 17. So let's go ahead and list them out. We've got negative 1 times 60. We have negative 2 times 30. We have negative 3 times 20. We have negative 4 times 15. I guess I should have left a little more room. We have negative 5 times 12. Let me erase this. We also have negative 6 times 10. Let's see, 7 doesn't go into it, 8 doesn't go into it, 9 doesn't, so that should be it. We're looking for the ones that add up to negative 17. So this is pretty close, but it just needs to be the opposite signs. So I'm going to put a plus here and a negative there. And then now it still multiplies to give you negative 60, but now it will add up to that negative 17. So we're going to go ahead and put these in our boxes. So I'm going to put the plus 3x here, and I'm going to put the minus 20x here. All right, so let's go ahead and look for our common factors. 4x squared and 3x, well, the only thing that they have in common is an x. We can bring out our negative here, and then 20x and 15, we can divide both of those by 5. Then 4x squared, 20x, we could bring out a 4x, and then plus is going to come out here. 3x and 15 can both be divided by 3. Double check it. 4x times x gives you 4x squared. 4x times negative 5 gives you negative 20x. 3 times x is 3x, and 3 times negative 5 is negative 15. So those are our factors. We've got 4x plus 3, and then we also have x minus 5. All right, I hope you like this method. I've actually found that this method makes a little more sense to most students. So hopefully you like this a little bit better than grouping. I like how it organizes things really well and gives you some, solid things to look at. So make sure you have your notes written down and then come to class ready to work.